Do you want to go to space? What is space? Who is going to space? Well, I'm about to tell you. And yes, I'm filming from my car today because I'm not rich and I do not have my own studio. At least not yet.
Go for main engine start. We have main engine start. 2, 1.
Let me ask you a question. When you think about someone going to space, what comes to mind? Immediately, most of us think of NASA astronauts on the ISS. So let's start with this fact. Space begins at a point known as the Kármán line. This is a point 60 miles above the surface of the Earth where most of, not all, of the atmosphere has faded into, well, space. This point is located between the upper mesosphere and lower thermosphere. Even though most of the atmosphere lies in the troposphere. Hint, you wouldn't be having a very nice flight if your jetliner was not pressurized. There is still a way to go until you completely get away from Earth's atmosphere and pull. In fact, the FAA still considers the 50-mile boundary in which someone receives their astronaut wings. With many people casually flying to space these days, the FAA had to rethink this process. The FAA stopped awarding commercial astronaut wings at the end of last year, only adding people's names to an honor roll. With the new change, those who fly on commercial missions must also have demonstrated activities during the flight which were essential to public safety or contributed to human spaceflight safety, according to the FAA. I sadly have to say, as someone who's always dreamed of going to space for a purpose, I absolutely agree with this. So then what is space? Is it where the atmosphere ends and disappears into the void? Or is it just some number held up by the FAA? I'm going to go with the first. Originally, Theodor von Kármán, an early 20th century mathematician and physicist, theorized that space began at 50 miles above the Earth's surface. So then we have the stratospheric balloon flights to the edge of space, such as worldview and space perspective. These will not be astronauts, but something like stratosnauts. So if these people aren't going to be able to go to space, what is the appeal? Have you seen the videos from weather balloons? It's that view! Oh my goodness, that is the most affordable and accessible space travel may be in our lifetime to the majority of people. So to summarize, astronaut, you have to be extremely brave to take these still risky flights and also to want to do them for a purpose. So please, don't judge these people choosing to take these flights on their own. They must be doing it for some reason. I know when I get to go to space, I'm going to be just a little bit terrified. But I absolutely have my reasons. We'll discuss that at a later time. But it's definitely for you and the future of humanity.